So this isn't a normal intro, but I am not aware of any portal that is blue like this and has a weird beckoning call to it. That sounds a little eerie and terrifying. Yeah, I'm gonna check this out. I don't think I'm a bit curious, but yeah, let's just check this out. All right. I've got a bad feeling about this though.
Who are you?
I am Steve.
Cut. Hold on, Jack. We need to retake this shot. This shit isn't working as I thought it would. It just doesn't work. Let's try something else. Maybe we could add some droids in the background.
Oh God! Whew. That was a freaking nightmare, dude. Yeah, I am never going in that horrid place ever again. Oh, it feels too realistic. Alright. Let's carry on with the episode, shall we? Hello, gentlemen. Do any of you have a cup of tea that I could have? No? You don't? You're just gonna walk away? Okay, whatever. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft single player Let's Play. Oh my god, we're back. And it has been a while. I hope you've enjoyed that little intro I did there showcasing the improvements I've done to Big Ben. I felt like for a while I felt like it's needed an update. It's considering how my building techniques have improved since the time I built it, I felt like it needed a face-over or makeover. But yeah, I am really happy with the way this thing came out. I think it looks 5 times better or 10 times better than it did before. Since the little makeover I've done to Big Ben or Elizabeth Tower, I've done some other little things here to our little London area. I want to expand it, actually. So over here, I made some little stencils of some buildings I would like to build to expand Little London. So over here, I want these buildings to be like those typical like apartment style housing or like business houses that are like right next to each other and like you'd see in London. Capture that vibe here. Have one of these little buildings be a proper trading area for trading with villagers, because I still do not have a proper area to trade with villagers, so we'll use one of these buildings for that too at some point. But yeah, I thought in this episode we could do something a little fun and different. Since the archaeology has been added to the game, I have yet to really play around with the archaeology. And I thought it'd be really cool to check that out today in this episode, and also express a new little project I thought would be cool to do here. So, I thought with our makeover with Big Ben here, I thought it'd be cool to make some more little expansions to our build here, and add on another building to the side of it, and build it into the style of the Palace of Westminster, as you see here on my screen. We're going to try to make it look a little bit like that part of the building that's attached to Elizabeth Tower. And this bit that we're going to be adding on to the side, I want to use as a museum. Originally, I thought about making an expansion to my storage system, but I thought making a museum area where we could have all of our artifacts that we get from all different ruins and structures in the game would be really cool to have a little area to display them all. And I took a little bit of inspiration from Paul Source Jr. Back on Minecraft Season 4, if you were watching Minecraft back then. On Season 4 of Minecraft, Paul Source Jr. built a museum for the Minecraft server, and he had a bunch of artifacts that either players of the server donated to, or objects that Paul had found from temples and desert temples and all that sort of stuff, and he put them all into this museum. And I always had loved that idea and concept, and I actually had recreated his museum on my private single player Minecraft world, and I thought we'd do something like that on this world too, but incorporate it with our beautiful Big Ben build here. So I thought this space would be perfect for that, but in order to get artifacts for our museum, we got to start gathering some artifacts for our museum. So I thought in this episode we start doing some archaeology, and then maybe after that starting to do a little bit of starting to build and design our little buildings here for Little London. But yeah, first I think we gotta change our ooh, this guy's a little eager here, huh? He's a little eager beaver for today's episode, huh? So let's get out of this lab coat and change into our archaeology apparel, shall we? Huh! That is much better. Now I think we're ready to go do some adventuring. Alrighty, I'll meet you at the sites where we're going to be doing some archaeology, and we'll take it from there. Alrighty, we are over at the cherry tree area, or close to it. The cherry trees are actually right in that direction over there. But this is where the Guardian Temple is. And I don't know if you remember this, but we were here about like 2 episodes ago, I believe. But the reason why I chose this area to go is because this is all the new area where the... Oh god, I forgot about that guy. But yeah, we gotta try to find some ruins over here so we can try to find some ancient artifacts for pottery. And the big thing is, I want to try to get a sniffer egg. So that is the big goal today, is trying to get a sniffer egg. But before we do any more traveling here, alrighty, we are at the location of our ancient artifacts, and we're already getting attacked by enemies. Good God, that took a lot of damage out of me too. Holy crap! I took off most of my armor here. I'm dead. Yep, see, I knew that was gonna happen. Bye-bye? Alright, he's gone. God dang, man. That was so freaking annoying. Alright, can I get to archaeology now? We gotta find some stuff to make Dr. Jones pleased. Oh, is this a shipwreck? I think this is a shipwreck. Wow, there's a lot of ruins over here. This is really the jackpot of ruins. I think this is our first piece of suspicious... Oh my god, I got the trident too. That is awesome. I think this is our first suspicious piece of gravel over here. Do I have the torch? Can we use the torch method? I forgot. Is that a thing that we can do? I don't think we can. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, it's gold. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, I'm gonna do a little time lapse here and see what we get. Oh, another piece of gold. Okay. Alrighty guys, we are in a new area here. I found out that sniffer eggs only spawn in warm climate oceans, so I had to go ahead and find a whole new area because the area where we were before at the ocean monument, there was no warm oceans anywhere near that area, unfortunately. So I went ahead and went back into the nether, poked around in one of our old tunnel systems, and found this area, which is perfect. We're right next to a coral reef too, and we ended up popping out right next to a new desert village, which I actually had found a camel here. So the camel ended up wandering around, ended up digging a hole over here so he wouldn't wander around, and so he's right here just chilling out with this little guy over here. It was a nice little bonus finding this desert temple here. That was a nice surprise because now we got a camel here. So this trip ended up being really worth doing now because we got a camel out of that. So that's pretty awesome. So we'll take our camel, future name to be Yoda, back to the base. Camels sound like Yoda. It's like, so we'll name him Yoda and we'll bring him back to the base. When I get back to you, I will start doing a little time lapse of some archaeology exploration to see if we can finally get that sniffer egg over here. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but we'll see. But yeah. Okay, so I just did a little bit of walking around and adventuring out here. So I was about to check out this shipwreck over here. I noticed when I was rowing around here, and I just saw one of the new chickens, man. Look at the new chicken. This is actually one of the first chickens I've seen of the new textures. Gotta capture this guy here. Let's put him in a hole, I guess. There we go. He's trapped in there now. And we'll get some eggs from him, and I believe he lays yellow eggs, if I believe so. And I also found over here one of the new firefly bushes, which is a very weird spot to see one. I'm not gonna lie. There's one over there too, I just noticed, but I saw one over, yeah, right here. So what biome is this? So I guess they spawn in savannas. I thought they only spawned in the swamp biomes, but I guess that is not the case. So we're gonna nab some of these up. Oh yeah, I forgot the leaves. Oh my god, totally forgot all about this stuff, bro. Oh yeah, and the leaves falling out of the trees. Man, there's a lot of things I forgot about this. Can I pick? Oh wow, okay, I can't just punch them to pick them up. Okay, that's good to know. Man, I am finding so many other kinds of ruins except for the underwater ones, which is odd. I think this is the second one I found. I found another one a while ago, but I didn't record it. But let's check this one out together, shall we? Alright, we can check. Let's dig down here, I think. Whoop. Take that out. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check this one out for it. Wow, 2 golden apples, a saddle. 2 diamonds. Oh my god, wow, a mending book. That's pretty good. And horse armor, another golden apple. That's a pretty good little discovery there. And then of course we gotta take the TNT. Awesome sauce. Oh yeah, and I also added sand, like wind flowing through sand in the desert biome. And then also the cactus flowers, which is pretty cool too. Here's another fun little discovery. Here's some of the new wolves. I haven't seen any of the new wolves yet, and these are the first guys, so hopefully we get one of them. Hello? Oh my god, we got a new wolf. Hell yeah. Alright guys, so I ended up finding the 2 eggs that we needed to get for the sniffers, and look what else I found. By the ruins that I just found, I found this little bit of savanna that had all the new pigs, armadillos, and the new cows and chickens. Surprisingly, all in this little area over here. So I quickly made up this little pen here to hold them all in here, so I had them all in one spot. And look at that, as I was building this, I've never actually seen an armadillo before in the game yet, and I didn't know they just dropped the skews. But yeah, I've been collecting a bunch of skews, new chicken eggs, and a bunch of other stuff here. This is all the loot I pretty much gathered from the ruins that I thought was valuable enough for the museum and for our worth. And the biggest thing was, of course, was getting the 2 sniffer eggs, and I was so happy when that second egg popped up out of the suspicious sand. And I'm gonna make another little pen up in front of the barn at the base, plant down the eggs, and hopefully get the sniffers to hatch soon. And then we can get the ancient seeds and all that cool stuff. And then we'll use all this other stuff right here and put it in our museum location. Alrighty, so I had a lot of sidetracking here. I had to use the super smelter, and the super smelter bamboo farm ran out of bamboo in the storage, so I had to turn it on. But the flying machine broke, so I had to go online and find another design to use for the flying machine to get it back and running. But good news, it's back and running again. But in the meantime, our sniffers have fully matured and grown up here now, which is great. So in order to get more now, I just need to wait until they get some ancient seeds, which I can then use to breed them and get more sniffers. So that is great. So in the meantime, when we're waiting for that to happen, we're going to be doing some little stuff to the museum. And I don't think we're going to actually have enough time to do a lot of the building for Little London expansion here. Maybe we'll do like one building, just like one little sliver, just to get an idea. But I'll do the rest of that designing off camera. But in the meantime, let's get back over here and start laying out some of these terracotta pots here that we found from the ruins. And I thought I found more shards, but I can't find them. But let's add some of these vessels to our pots here. There we go. Oh, I think it's a sniffer, actually. I love that you can just turn it on and it just stays on. It's such a great feature. And then we'll put this block here as the little pedestal for our pot. And there we go. So we're gonna have one pot for one shard, so we have enough just to show one of each. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go out and try to find some more of these, so we can get, try to collect them all. Ooh, I kind of like that a little more, to be honest. That looks a little more cool. Yeah, I want to do that. It also looks like one of our sniffers found a pitcher pod, which I am actually not familiar with. Are these? Can I actually plant this? Let's make a, Oh! Okay. Planting the past. Planting the past. Plant any sniffer seeds. So, okay, so there's more than one. I thought there was just one. I guess there's not, though, but I'm not familiar, and I don't remember what this is supposed to be, so that'll be a cool surprise to see what that is. Alrighty, I made some item frames here for some of the items that we have here. And I've set up a little example of how I want this to go. So basically, we'll have any of items that I find from a ruin or temple, we place on a item frame on a stand like this with a label underneath it indicating the month and the year. I don't want the date, just the month and the year is fine. And then a little description of where I found it and what it is. So we're going to have all the armor trims over here, and these are where the pots are going to be. But of course, like I said earlier, this one will be removed later because I already have that one right here. And that's also going to have a similar setup, but with the pots on top of the glass. And I'm going to put some more over here, just so I have a little bit of space here. I felt like a 3-block gap for walkways, a perfect amount of space. And then we'll have the other ones right here. Depending how tall the building is, I'm going to say I'm probably guessing there's going to be at least 2 more floors for this thing. I think two more floors would probably be more than enough for this project. And plus, I don't want to build it tall enough that it's almost the same height as Big Ben, of course. That cannot happen. That's got to be the tallest building in the area. But yeah, I'm thinking that's how this little setup's gonna go here. I'm just gonna place some of these bulbs down here and turn them on. Let's see if they dropped any more. Oh yeah, they dropped another seed over here. That is awesome. Oh yeah, okay, awesome. And then they have dropped the torch flower seeds. Alright, we need one more of these torch flower seeds so I can use them to breed these guys to get some more sniffers here. I'm actually curious, could I actually plant these without them being in tilled soil, or are they... Okay, no, so the soil has got to be tilled to grow this. Is this done? Oh no, that was not done. Okay, shoot, I thought that was done. Alright, no matter. Alright, we'll let the sniffers continue to do their thing, and hopefully we'll get one more torch. And I think what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to cut one more time before we end the episode. I want to at least build one little sliver of this build here. And honestly, I think this is the perfect one to work with here. I will work on a design, gather the materials, and I'll meet you back, and we'll do a little time lapse. Alright, one of the sniffers just dug up another torch root seed. Right? Torch flower seed, sorry. So it is time for them to reproduce. Come on, guys. Let's get another sniffer going here. Oh my god, it's so slow, man. Oh! 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 Oh shoot, they drop another egg. That's actually great because I can put one in the museum later. Alrighty, cool. Well, yeah, I got a little carried away here and went all out on the build here. That's not gonna stop me from building another building on camera though. I'm gonna still doing the time lapse, but we're gonna build the next section right here. But yeah, I went a little, I got into a little creative, I got in the zone pretty much and just started going all out on this thing. I'm really happy with the way this thing came out. Four stories. There's the main, there's one there, and then there's one up there, which is the attic. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the way this thing came out. Let's get a little further back here to get a better view. Yeah, there we go. And I used one of the torchberry flowers from the sniffers as one of the little potted plants on the windowsills there, and I thought that was a great little touch there. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I need to switch out. I need to get out of our archaeology clothes here and switch back to the lab coat here. But yeah, let's switch back to my lab coat, and then when I get back to you, we will work on the second building next to this guy right here. Alrighty, everybody, so I ended up building the whole rest of the buildings for this little section here. I actually had a lot of fun building this thing, and I'm really happy the way this came out. We're not going to open this thing up yet until we build this set of buildings too. We're going to have to do a little bit of adjustments with the sizing with this thing. Like, I'm going to have to move this little cart right here, and this has been around here for like a long time. I'll probably move it like over there or something like that, or maybe like right over there. I don't know. But yeah, we need to expand this out a few more blocks out here, because with this building, I want to have this as a double face, so I want both sides to have a front feature like this. Because I feel like if I didn't have a front face right here, it's going to look really weird. And I'm going to obviously have to have another front face in here, so it looks like a little like an alleyway here between the buildings here. I think it'd look really odd if it was just a flat base. So yeah, we're going to make a double front face for this building. So we're going to have to extend it a little bit. But yeah, I torched up all the floors. They look identical within each building. So I have one right here, one here, and one here. I think the next episode I would love to get this whole little project done here. So I think next episode we're gonna start working on this building and expand it. And I'll do some of the modifications to the expansion off camera, of course, because that's nothing exciting to see at all. Oh yeah, before I end this here, I did a little bit stuff back here, not too much, but I actually need to build another one of these right over here, just one more of them. But we got like a little balcony. Actually, let me go over there and show you. Let's get up here. Beautiful. This side is a little smaller than this side, but we got like a little balcony. I'm thinking about maybe adding like a little table and a chair out here. I did find a lot of good inspiration for these builds off of the internet, of course. That did help out quite a bit, but yeah, we got some little balconies over here, and then this is the little outskirt thing. I need to figure out what to put in here, but I will figure that out later. And in the meantime, I need to make a lot of beds here. I need to put another door right here, but I need to put a buttload of beds in here for the villagers and stuff, so they can start moving into these houses and things. And I want to make a couple more flower pots and put them on little windowsills here. I think that'd be a great little addition there. But yeah, I think that is gonna do it for this episode, everybody. Oh yeah, and I did actually do the Minecraft movie event. I loved this cape. I think it looks really cool. And let me know if you guys enjoyed or saw the Minecraft movie, because I did not. I thought it was really terrible, but I had a fun time watching it with a friend because of all the stupid nonsense in it. But I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and next episode we will try to finish off our little expansion here to Little London, and maybe we'll add some more stuff in the future to it. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.